Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to another night of love messages from above. And I'm excited to see what Spirit has to bring tonight today. So, going to start off like we have been, just sending some beautiful divine love without condition, that beautiful love from above out into the world. Because when each one of us does it individually, it like transforms 700,000 of the lower vibrational energies that are out there of those people that are experiencing fear and that lower vibrational love in their lives. And then when we do it as a group, the more of us that do it, it amplifies it even more so. So if you want to join me, whether you're watching this on playback or live right now, all our energies will join together and send it out into the world. So if you would like to do that with me, I'm just going to take a big deep breath and come back to this moment. And then allow that beautiful love to drop down in our hearts and fill us up and then flow out to the world. And if any of you are in need of any type of energy today, whether it's for your body or your mind, your spirit, or your heart, whatever it may be, we'll send it to you as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I'm so excited to see what messages come through today. So I'm going to pop out the chat here so I could see it better. Hello, 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 everybody. All right. So Daisy and Marie and Jazz, hello, guys. Akashik, welcome. Strawberry Rose and Rishi, Jessica and Dollface Diva, Benita, Cynthia, Pallavi, Kaylee, Anjali, a beautiful Princess Pinky. Hello, hello. Elpedia and Toby, welcome, welcome. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate all of your love and all of your support. It means a lot. So thank you guys so much. Let me just shrink this down a little bit where it's not blocking everything. There it goes a little bit. There we are. I can see everything. Okay, there we go. So we will get started and see what beautiful messages that Spirit has for us. So I'm assuming everyone can hear me okay. Everything is looking good. Hey, Coco, welcome. Jessica, welcome. All right. So let's get into the wonderful readings for today. And Daisy, you want to know, are you currently on the right path? University is basically stress. I love it. You're like, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Well, we'll see what Spirit has to say for you here. So for Daisy, are you currently on the right path? All right. Let's see what we have here. So you do have the Queen of Cups coming in here, which she's all about, you know, trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, and following your heart. And you have the Princess of Swords too, which is the Page of Swords in the Standard Tarot, which is about communication, knowledge, new information, new ideas, higher ideas, and cutting away old expectations. So I'm really feeling that, if it is not your passion, like if you are doing this out of expectation and not doing it out of like what makes your heart sing, then that's why it feels so stressful. Or if you're like, no, no, this is really what I want to do. It does make my heart sing. It is what I want to do. Then it's about returning back to your why. Why do I want to do this? Because if we get caught up in the how and the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos of something, it steals the joy away from it. I know, like, I can tell when I move from doing readings because it's something I love to do and what I want to do, and I love sharing it, to where it's like it's a task. If it becomes a task, my heart isn't in it. The cards don't make sense. I'm like fumbling over my words, and I'm like, oh, it's because I'm trying to get something done. Like if I have like, well, I got to get my weeklies done. Let's punch them out. I have to stop and take a step back, delete it, and go, okay, we're not doing this to check something off a list. This is my joy, my passion. And so it's the change of energy with that. So I kind of feel like if this is not your heart's desire, then it's time to get into your heart and find out what it is that you do want to do and then make a change. If it is your heart's desire and it's like, no, I really want to do this, then it's about getting back to your why and changing that energy. Because you have the Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups, is about love, and it's about, you know, other it can be partnerships and individuals and stuff, but for you, this is the power of choice. This is like every moment is a choice. And are you choosing an emotion that's related to your dreams and the love from above, or is it, making this choice about expectations and the fear of losing a conditional love in the world? So you're handed this emotional choice in each moment, and whichever one you choose is what changes things. But I feel like, again, it's coming back to, these two cards are do what you love, and that changes everything. So stress, the root of stress is fear, which is the fear of losing and failing or who you're not pleasing or whatever. Again, I bring it back to myself doing readings and trying to spread as many of them I can. And my goal of 1,000 or more subscribers on YouTube is there for because it expands and allows me to do more things on YouTube. And so when I get consumed with reaching to that, then it takes away the joy out of things. But when I don't worry about it and I'm like, okay, that's what I want to do, it doesn't matter. I don't fear failing because I know that I'll eventually get there. It's the timing thing, it's the grades, it's all that stuff that's happening that's bringing the stress in. So when you go, am I currently on my right path? Spirit is saying, are you following your heart? And that will be your answer. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. And so many blessings to you. All right, Marie, you're up next. Happy birthday to you. So happy birthday, Marie. We absolutely will give you a birthday reading, see what Spirit would like you to know. And if you haven't checked out my Scorpio season, let me just pull that up real quick here. I got it saved over here. So I have a Scorpio season reading that does have a special birthday reading for all the Scorpio sun babies. So let me throw that into the chat there. And of course, everyone, there's a pick a card reading for everyone, but there's a special sun baby reading at the very end that you can jump to. It'll be in the description box. You can jump to that one if you want. So you also have that. So happy birthday. But we'll give you a special one right now from Spirit for you. So Marie, what would you like Marie to know about her birthday? All right. What else? All right. And that one. And those two. Okay. So let's take a look here. All right. So we're going to do like a little 3-month quick review for you. It's going to be the next 3 months. The overall energy for all 3 months, you have the King of Cups. So beautiful, stable energy. You're really connecting to some inner love here. And I love the King of Cups because even though it's all raging around him, he's okay because he's balancing his heart and his mind. So over the next 3 months of your, from your birth date, uh, for 3 months, it really is this stable, beautiful energy of, you're not like extremely, have emotion things or extremely in your mind. You have this nice little that's happening here. And let's take a look. So your first month, yeah, makes sense. So you have the Ace of Cups coming in. So you do over the next, from this date. So if your birthday is actually today, it would be November 2nd to December 2nd. You have this beautiful love that's coming in. You're being filled from above and it's filling you up like a chalice and overflowing. And don't worry about other people that might be trying to, you know, poke holes and go, "Why are you so happy? Get back down here and be miserable with the rest of us." Because the 7 of Wands is this wonderful message of people only do that and try to bring you down to where they're at if they think they are below you. And that's what's going on. And so you can activate some compassion with all this beautiful love that's overflowing. Because here's that Ace of Cups. It's actually, you get it in your first 30 days here. Um, you can allow that love to flow down and help them up, because they're just feeling, they were feeling low before, but with you in their eyes, you're like moving up above them even more. They feel even lower, and so they're like, "Rah, get down here." But if you reach down and help them up with love, then that quelches their, you know, poking at the your dreams with their sticks. So I love that for you. That's like your first 30 days. And then your next 30 day, or not 30 days, but the next month. So like December 2nd to January 2nd, if your birthday is actually on the 2nd, then you've got both the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, and you have the Queen of Cups. So again, you had the King of Cups, and now you have the Queen of Cups offering you the Ace of Cups. So again, really tuning into your intuition and connecting to the spiritual realms and to your emotions. She's double water. So in that month, you really are diving deep in your emotions, but really trusting your intuition. And I love the Prince of Wands coming in here because December 2nd to January 2nd, there's a lot of movement in positive ways for you there, because the and you got wands again. So you got cups and wands and cups and wands again too. So that's cool. Sorry. Easily distracted today. But the Prince of Wands is, they quest after things, and it's fast movement, but it's questing after your Ace of Wands, which is the power, which is what you were holding here. So you've got the Ace of Wands in your hand there, and you continue to quest after and understand the power of your energy and connection with your emotions. I feel like this is a very spiritual time for you with connection to the spirit realm too. So I love that through the holidays for you. Yeah. And then it would be what, January 2nd to February 2nd, you've got the 8 of Swords. So all the thoughts and the beliefs and mindsets that had been restricting you, with your, like they're usually blindfolded and bound and feeling trapped. I like this one because they're showing the strings that are pulling your power here were your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets from the past, and you're cutting those away, and it's allowing you to move into this wonderful inner sense of abundance and fulfillment with the 9 of Pentacles, because 9 is like the the Hermit card, and so all the nines are about your inner journey, and the Pentacles is about your worth, uh, both in your abundance of the outside world, plus you got this beautiful, beautiful feeling of wholeness and completeness that comes from within. So that's the little short and fast 3 month little birthday reading for you. So be sure to check out your Scorpio too, because I go into like a 3 month one on that one too. So check it out. That's your birthday reading. Happy birthday. Many blessings. All right, Jazz, you are up next. And then Strawberry Rose, you will be up after that. So Jazz, you want a general for tomorrow. So let's take a look here, see what is happening. So for Jazz for tomorrow, what's going on? What would they like you to know? Okay, anything else? All right, wow. I shuffled these two, but you got the peace of mind coming in here. So tomorrow seems to be like you are really uh, your mind's not going all over the place. It's really balanced. It's like all those expectations and those fears of losing that conditional love, all those small t truths that we have. You really, like the habit, your mind is having a truce. So it's at peace of mind. Your mind is at rest. And you have the Ace of Cups. So you do have these emotions that are coming in. So where your mind is at rest, your heart seems to be just overflowing tomorrow. So some great inner love, I feel, is flowing out. And you also got the Seven of Wands here too, which does show you again. I love that these two came out together on purpose, of course, because this is the compassion you can have for these individuals. I feel like tomorrow, if anyone starts poking at your dream and your life and blah, 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 right? That you're just like, oh, you just feel that you're lower and that's why you are trying to bring me down to where you're at. Well, let me help you. Let me lift you up. And there was this quote, I forget who said it, like everyone has a handle in their lives by which they can be lifted. And I feel like you will be able to do that for anyone that pokes at you because you'll realize it because your mind's not going to trigger and go, oh, I got to defend myself and whip out your numb chunks and it's not doing that. It's that your heart, you'll allow compassion to activate in your heart and go, I'm going to help them. I'm going to see it for what it is, that it's just them feeling low about themselves. It's not about me, and I'm going to help them. And I like that for you. So it's a wonderful, peaceful day of you being able to help someone with compassion. So beautiful, beautiful. That's what they have for you, Jazz. So many blessings. All right. Strawberry Rose. And then Rishi will be up after that. All right. And let me just take a look here. All right. So, what's coming for you in your love life this November? Okay. All right. Anything else? Okay. Nope, none of those. All right. Well, okay. There we go. I was going to say we were fine with victory in the 6 of Wands. November seems like a very, victorious month for love for you. And let's take a look here. Okay. Okay. So wow, you got 3 cards of wands, a lot of fire coming in for you. And I love the Queen of Wands. This is you really taking charge of your energy and where you're directing it and where you're focusing it. And it definitely brings in, um, a lot of I want to say self-empowerment. It seems too generic though. It just brings in power. It brings in your confidence and your connection, of course, also to the higher realms, because the Queen of Wands really trusts her gut and her intuition. Because you are willing to make this change. The Three of Wands is about a change of direction. And I feel like you just feel like you're on top of the world. I mean, literally, that Six of Wands is like, I'm on top of the world. And you just are using your energy to change directions, to change like where you were headed. And when you do, that's what brings you, this victorious energy, this victorious feeling, because you're like, I'm not going the direction I normally would. And it feels like, you know, it just makes you just so confident in who you are and your intuition and your gut, because you're like, I normally would go and do this direction with this type of person and blah 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 blah, but I don't want to do that anymore. I'm ready to ignite this fire within me. And you trust your gut and you do something completely different, and you're like, wow, it's like such a different experience for you in your love life. So it's trust your gut, trust your intuition, and let your fire burn in November. Let that energy out. Follow your heart, follow your passion in November. Whereas before, you might kind of uh, keep it, keep it in contained. Instead, this is about letting it out in November, and you'll enjoy it. So that's what they have for you, Strawberry Rose. All right. So, Rishi, you are up next. Hey, Intuitive Enlightenment. Welcome, welcome. Self love. Sorry I missed you coming in. And who else here? Fifi, welcome, welcome. All right. So, let's take a look here. All right. And let me take a look here too. It looks like Akashik, you do have a a question, and I'll back up and do that one after Rishi here. So let's take a look here. I am doing well. I got some coffee, so I am good. So you want to know if you did the right thing by leaving a negative Google review for Dr. Shankar. Okay, let's take a look here. Well, this card is really enjoying coming out here. Let's see what else we have. Wow, okay. Anything else? No. Okay. So again, the Seven of Wands has come out, which is about you, you know, um, expressing your energy and not being afraid of, what other people are going to do. You do have the Five of Wands here and the Princess of Wands. Look at all that fire energy. So something fired you up for sure, which is all right. The Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands, and this is you standing in your power. And the Five of Wands is something that starts off looking like strife. It starts off looking like it's, you know, um, of fear and of conflict, but it's, underneath it, you understand why you were doing it, right? And so I feel like it is the right thing on leaving the constructive, um, you know, comment for anyone. Because if it's what you're feeling and it's where you're coming from, if you don't speak up, is what I'm seeing here, then who will? And that's why I feel like you are standing in your power, and you are like representing other people too. Because if no one speaks up, and if there's bad experiences, it'll never change if no one brings it to anyone's attention. Like you would want, if there was something that you were doing that was hurting people and not helping them, you would want to know, how you would want to know, of course, is not someone coming up to you and screaming in your face. You'd want someone to come up and it's like, hey, can I talk to you? Let me give you some um, perceptions, and you get to do with what you want. And I am not a person to say that we, you know, um, take everyone's advice and everything that everyone is saying that is what I need to change my life with. It's like it's understanding that okay, maybe if I present something in a certain way, I can say it a different way if it's causing a lot of people to trigger, and I do it out of love, not out of fear of rejection, right? So there is some it's very complex. But for you, I really feel it was important for you to let this fire out so that you would not explode. And the only thing spirit would say is if you go back and reread it after a day, um, is it still how you would say it? And if you want to adjust it and edit it, then do so. Or if not, if you're like, no, I said it the way I wanted it to come across, and I'm done, then be done. But like with any fire that's going on, it is this, let's um sleep on it a day. It's like they always say, write out a letter, but don't mail it until you read it the next day. Then you read it the next day and go, "Ooh, I'm glad I didn't mail that." But you write a new one, a revised one that is more, in the way that you meant for it to come across. So that's what spirit has for you. So whatever you take that for, there you go. So many blessings for you, Rishi. All right. So Akashik, you did have a question here. You just wanted to know if any of the any girls that you met in a group yesterday, that you met, would they call you to arrange a date? So let's take a look here and see if anyone's going to contact you from that group, and we'll see what they say. What does spirit want you to know? All right. So I'm just going to start off with this one. We'll cut to the chase. So we have the tower here. And so I don't feel like anyone is going to reach out yet, because in addition to the tower, you also have the devil card and the five of wands, which represents, different types of energies. The devil card, which is the shadow, the Saturn energy, is about rattling your cage. And so whenever things don't work out quite like we think they should, which happens a lot in our human life, it's to for us to question these thoughts and these beliefs that we have around something. And so it's like there's this pause that happens, and this the expectations don't unfold, because it's for you to question the foundation of around relationships and dating and whatever it might be. It's like, what is really of your heart and what is of the old supposed to, shoulds, and need tos that have been given to you. Because you also have the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups is about your energy of getting into your emotions, really understanding what's at the root, what's at your core, what is driving, you know, the need for love, how you want love to unfold, what the other person is supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be, and all that type of stuff. So I feel like it's like there's this um, pause for you to reflect, and even if you look at this card, see the reflection in the water. So she's reflecting upon her emotions and herself, and what is happening and what's causing the splash. And this beautiful Ace of Cups, though, is about, looking inward at our love and our need for love, and where are we looking for love from as well. And then the last card that came out was the Two of Wands, which the Two of Wands is this wonderful, empowering card that talks about whatever we focus on is what grows in our life, right? And so when we focus on what we uh, enjoy having in our life, what we're grateful for to have in our life right now, then that grows and that expands. When we focus on what I do want to come into my life, then that, expands, and energy is invested into that. But if I'm focused on what I'm missing in my life, or what's in my life that I don't want to have in my life, then that grows and that's fed as well. So I kind of feel like during this time of, the tower where it's like I almost feel like it's like this is what's going to happen, right? Someone's going to contact me. Nope. And there was like, but it's for you, and it's allowing you to see what is, binding you and making you feel trapped around relationships. What are the limitations? What's going on? And so I feel like, of course, it's happening for you, to be able to free yourself from those chains, to allow something that's more in alignment with what you truly want, to come into your life. So that's what they have for you, Akashic. So many blessings. All right. Jessica, you are up next. And then Diva, Dollface Diva, you'll be up after that. So, Jessica, what good things are coming towards you? Very cool. I'm going to switch up here to the Radiant Rider Waite and let's see what they have. All right. What good things are coming towards Jessica, please? What else? Anything else? All right. So sorry for my injured card here. But you have the Hanged Man, which this is great. This is a card of movement and change that's coming your way. Things that have been on pause and been in a holding pattern are moving, because you also have the Eight of Pentacles, which is about the outside world, that you're ready for movement up in something in the outside world. We'll take a look here and see if we can figure out what it is. But it can be relationships, it can be job, education, body, finances, movement of home, things like that. So whatever's been on hold, that you've been feeling has been on hold, this is where movement is going to start to happen. And I feel like it's in relation to the outside world. You do have the Hierophant, which is the number of five, which is the number of change. And it can be movement up in domestic things, it can be movement up in contracts, marriage, different things like that. It's more the domestic rules and things of that nature. If this thing that's coming is a change and like where you have to sign a contract or something of some kind, pay close attention to what the fine print and just make sure you're reading through everything that you're signing. It's not like a danger, danger. It's just be aware of what you're signing and what you're getting yourself into. But it is a movement up, because I love he has like two fingers up and two fingers down, which is the seen and the unseen. And that's kind of the warning, just to be aware of what you might not be seeing and just kind of take a step back and glance at it. But you do have this choice that's coming up for you here. And this is you making the choice. This is not happening to you. This is you looking into your power and what you're wanting to choose for your world and what direction you're wanting to head going forward. You're making plans, that are coming up because of this other stuff that's changing and moving. And this death card is a death and rebirth. So you're putting the end, choosing to end to something to move up. So I feel like whatever this is related to that um, things start to move and change, and then because I kind of almost feel like you've been on a fork in a road of making decision about something, and now you have enough information. What's coming up here for you is the clarity and the guidance that you have, to where you feel like, okay, now I make a decision, it's a no-brainer now, and you end something to begin something new. And that's what I feel is coming up for you. So I really like that you're just really ready to go, okay, I can go now, instead of like you're hanging upside down going, well, it's like you made a list of the pros and the cons, and they were balanced, and they're like equally balanced, where you're like, Okay, so should I stay or should I go? If I go, there will be trouble. If I stay, there will be double, whatever that song used to say. But it's like you're like going back and forth and you're just like, I don't know. And then boom, this thing comes and you're like, oh, easy, easy decision. That's kind of what they're showing me. So that's what they have for you, Jessica. So many blessings. All right, Dollface Diva, you are up next. And then Benita, you will be after that. So, did Julie look up or pay someone to get information on you? Ooh, okay. Let's take a look here. What can you tell us about Julie in this situation? Anything else? Whoa, okay. So you've got the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands can represent what might feel like conflict energy in the beginning. But the 6 of Wands represents victory. And there's also this Tower card about things are moved out of your life for a reason that make room for new things coming in. So I feel like whatever this conflict is or was is being removed out of your life, and it puts you in this place where you are raised, you are seen and respected and um, just like rewarded in a way, because you also have here, you have new opportunities that are coming in that bring you this abundance that make you feel independently abundant. So I don't know, with whatever this they were paying to do something to get information on you, I feel like whatever is happening with it, that it just ends up literally blowing up in if anyone's doing it with malice, it blows up in their face. You are you come out of it riding high, and you actually end up um, even being in a better place than you were because of it. New opportunities come your way because of whatever is happening here. So it's very positive. It starts off looking like, uh-oh, dun, 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 there's going to be conflict and battling, and then their plans, this is like their headquarters gets destroyed, and then you ride to victory, and you end up coming home with spoils and new opportunities. So whatever this situation is, um, it feels like if they did, which I kind of feel like with the 5 of Wands, there's some conflict that's going there, that it's not going to um, end up well for whoever was involved in it, and you end up actually in a better place because of it. So I do like that for you. So hopefully that resonated, but that's what they have for you, Dollface. All right, Benita. And then Cynthia, you will be up next. So Benita, bala. How does Gurpreet feel about your decision of no contact for a few days just to keep the balance? All right. Let's see. What do they have to say? So, how does Gurpreet feel about that no contact? All right. All right. Well, you do got the disappointment card here, heartbreak card, but you also have the 3 of Pentacles, which the 3 of Pentacles is all about spirit going, if even if they felt this and they feel this way, don't give into that. Stay true to you. This is the 3 of Pentacles is you staying true to your authentic self. So if that's what you feel you need to do to keep balance, do you and be you and do that. um because there is this is about energy and passion. This does come in fast and furious, and this is endings of old cycles and new beginning of a new adventure. So I feel like whatever they decide from it, it's either going to make them, you know, even more passionate, or this comes in very quick and they just um, kind of move on and end the cycle. So it kind of feels like I almost feel like it's like, that they because they feel disappointed and heartbroken that you're not interested in a way, and then they act quickly on going, well, fine, if you don't want to talk to me, then psh, you know and then they do that. But if that's the case, then they still say, stay true to your authentic self. Don't be swayed by people's losing someone's support, or that other people will, you know that not doing what they think you should be doing, and everything. If they get upset and they do that, then you're like, that shows me who they are, right? I want someone who really reinforces and allows me to be me, and doesn't, blow up and make rash, quick decisions. So I kind of feel like that's how they'll react, is a little butthurt, and you know take action on that. But they still, spirit is all like, power, stay with your authentic self, because you get to be you, and you don't have to give in to all that pressure of everyone's blah blah blah. So that's what um, I am getting on that for you right now. So many blessings to you, Benita. All right, Cynthia, you are up next, and then Pallavi Kumari, you'll be up next. So Cynthia Brito, how does your baby father feel about you? Does he want to be with you, make things work, and get you pregnant again, or is he still stubborn? All right, let's take a look here, see what spirit has to say. Is he being stubborn? All right. So what's going on with stubborn baby daddy? All right, all right. Well, it still feels like there's the Two of Cups. There's still love there. And the Six of Cups. Usually I look at the Six of Cups as nostalgia and memories, which that makes sense too, with, you know, um, looking at, that he already has, memories and different things. But this is equal giving and receiving here. There's three cups and three cups. So I feel like there's this love that's there, this mutual love, especially with that Two of Cups. And you have the Judgment card here too, which the Judgment card is this calling upward. And, you know, it's like, here's your higher self calling down to you as a human. But the double endings and double new beginnings here, I feel like they're in this decision point, because you also have the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. And it feels like they're because it's about their mind, right? It's their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets. There's this movement going on. They're thinking about things quite a bit. And so whatever happened between you guys before, it's he definitely, I don't think he's being stubborn. I just think he's really, really thinking. Is he maybe an air sign? I just don't know why. It just feels like he's in his head, and he's like going through all the about, okay, so this, if this happens, and this and this and this and this, but if this, what about this and this and this and this? And he's like just thinking things through. But I feel like um there is the love, there is the connection, there is this, love there, but he just still has a lot of stuff going on in his mind about how things ended, when things ended, um, have things changed, and then if we have another child, what does it bring, and blah blah blah. And so I just feel like this is all that's going inside his head right now, and so he's very much in his head, and yeah, and that's what they have for you right now. They don't have any other exact answers. Which, when we're in the pausing period, as we talk a lot about on this channel, whenever there's a pause for anything in our lives, it's about we're in that waiting room, and we're in the waiting room for us because it's time for us to do our inner reflection. And the more work we do on our inner love and what we're looking at inside us, the faster that the outside world will speed up to catch up with it. But if we don't do our inner work and looking at our own selves, then it takes its good old time. It's like paint drying in a room. If there's movement in our hearts, then movement dries the paint faster, right? But if it no work in here or little work in here, then it's dries slower in there. So that's what they have for you right now, Cynthia. So many blessings for you. We shall see. All right, Pallavi, you are up next, and then Kaylee, you will be up after that. So, Pallavi, what blessings and challenges are coming towards you? All right. The two sides. Let's see what we got going on. All right. All right, there we go. All right. Let me see what these other three are here. Okay. All right. So, really, the challenges that you have coming forward are really challenges that you've already been dealing with for a while, because you have the 10 of Swords here, which is, if we can get it to focus, there it goes. So all those swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, and expectations, things like that. And so this is about, you've already had a lot on your mind, a lot of things that have to do with your worth, because this Five of Pentacles is about having felt abandoned and out in the cold, and not been supported, previously. And, these fears of rejection and the fears regarding your worth and who you are and what you're able to, um, what you feel you're worthy to receive and all of that. That's what's been going on. So that's really been the challenges that you've had. And this is where, at the point you are at. And the 10 is a good place to be at, because it's like you're just ready to be done with that constant thinking of around that subject. It feels like it's just, you know, circled and circled and circulated and circulated and circulated, and you're ready for it to be done, because you have the Three of Wands here, which is about you ready to go in a different direction. That you are about to head off and switch course. It's so funny because you got the so you had the Three of Wands, you got the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So you have this new passion that's igniting for you, which is the blessing that's coming. You are letting go of old expectations, and it's given you this new energy. And so you are choosing to go a different direction, which is what you end up doing. And it does involve more fire. I mean, there's all this fire here. You really have this um, furnace that just suddenly ignited, with whatever this trigger is that comes up. You just are done, and you're ready to live what you want to do, and you're just done with all those swords trying to live up to all those expectations, because you have the death and the rebirth, which I love the way they show this, because you're rising from these ashes. You are rising so powerful and so in um, I'm saying control of your energy, but in control of your energy. You're really uh, just coming to terms with it and doing it and allowing yourself to have, a life and to live the life that you want. And it just is such a powerful energy. I mean, all three of these, I mean, it's just like you're rising from the fires, it's just like, what a beautiful, beautiful picture. Oh no, lost one of my cards. But it's wonderful for you. And I really feel like that's going to be very, very empowering. That's coming your way. And the other card went under shelf and across. So we won't be using those cards anymore. We'll be using the Radiant Rider Waite. But that's what they have for you. Yeah, it's like letting it go and moving on. Don't try to go fix it. Just, you're ready to move on to something else because you have something more in store. So I love it. So that's what they have for you, Pallavi. And I love this fire that's coming for you from within you. All right, Kaylee, you are up next. And then Anjali, you will be up after that. And so, Kaylee, is it a good time for you to enroll in some college courses? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have to say here. All right, all right. I like it. I like it. Yeah. So you got the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities, and the Queen of Pentacles, which is about abundance and new birth and new things. So with both of these together, saying, is it good? Yes, definitely here. You have the Six of Cups that's coming in here too, which for me is about nostalgia. I'm not sure. It's about the past. And um, I kind of feel like they're bringing in like childhood dream. And so if you're looking at like, what do I want to enroll in? What do I want to do? They're definitely saying, like you're a childhood dream of something that you really wanted to do. Try some college courses with that, um, because I feel like you had this dream, and then of course, like all children, it's like, no, do something that you're not going to make any money that way, or yeah, you can't be an astronaut, whatever it is. It's like, whatever dream was squelched, that was like, you're just like this little child going, I can't wait, I want to be this when I grow up, and they're like, no, it ain't going to happen. It's like you get to revisit that and explore it. Not saying that you're going to be like, yeah, that's what I want to do. You might explore it and go, nah, it's not what I thought it would be. And then that dream, it's like the little child in you goes, okay, thank you for at least looking into it. I kind of feel like that it's an interesting um message, but I kind of feel like that's what Spirit is saying to you. Don't be afraid to explore some different avenues, including those of the little Kaylee's dream. So I like that. So they are like thumbs up. Woohoo! College courses, here we come. So enjoy. Many blessings. All right, Anjali, you are up, and then beautiful Princess Pinky, you will be up next. And Anjali, what blessings are coming your way? Let me just scroll back up here. There it goes. Rest of the year. So 2 months left. Can you believe it's November already? I can't. I've been back I moved back to Colorado a year ago, like last week. And I'm like, it's been a year already. Wow. So what blessings are coming for you the rest of the year, Anjali? Let's take a look here. All right. What else? What else? All right. So these three. All right. Well, it is a very powerful remainder of your year. I mean, you got the Aquarian energy here, which really connecting to the star. You got the King of Wands here too, and the Page of Wands. And I feel like the King of Wands can represent like your soul, your higher self, because it's in addition to being your energy and your passion and your drive, it's also your spiritual energy. And it's the highest spiritual energy that you can connect with, which would be your higher self up into the higher realms. And the star card also, when the hermit card comes in about our inner journey. The star is what lights up the lantern that helps on the path, which is also your higher self in connection to the higher realms. So I really feel like it's an important thing here for the rest of the year that you are blessed with this special connection, this heightened connection to the higher realms, because the page is about new power and new connection that's going on. So I feel like whatever you're doing, whatever your inner work and inner reflection and ritual and communication with spirit in the spirit realm, that it really is coming into a wonderful, wonderful place. Because you also on the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Wands. So you got all this Wands energy. You got the page, the king, and the queen, which this is her. The black cat here represents your ability to connect to the higher realms in the spirit realm and really get things going. And all this wands energy, more fire energy coming in um, for you, which is really, I feel, is also represents movement that's happening in your life, change happening, like purification, and in a way of like the things that are no longer serving you. You're have this passion, that's the strength that's coming up within you to go, no, I don't want that anymore, no, I don't want to do that, no, I'm getting rid of that. And it's just like relationships, of all kinds, that you're just really going, what is this bringing me? Is it helping me or is it hindering me? Is it something I want to change or something I just want to let go? And possessions and whatever it may be, it's like you're cleaning house in a way, clearing out your life of things. But there's this power that's coming in with it, which I really, really like for you. So that I consider as a blessing. So this rest of this year, if you haven't worn it in a year, if you haven't interacted with people in a positive way, it's like, why am I investing energy in things? It's like you're really fine tuning where you're focusing your energy, and it does spark things for the new year for you as well. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Anjali. All right, Princess Pinky, and then Elpedia, you will be up next. Let me just take a quick drink here. All right. Let's see. Are you on the path that's for your highest experience, Pinky? All right. Okay, 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 okay. So I like the first card that comes out for sure. 10 of Cups, victory. So yes, on let's see, on the right path. And the path is one of where your worth, you're really understanding your worth, and you're really understanding um, so much about yourself, because the Nine of Pentacles is the inner journey, and you are finding your worth from your inside, where you don't feel like you're out in the cold. You don't feel like you're abandoned and that you're not going to have your sustenance. You really are taking a big, huge command over your beliefs around these things. And I really feel it's because of this character that's been in your life that really shook the foundations of your worth and how you felt about yourself. And I know at times I feel like maybe that's why you're asking if you're on the right path, because your cage was rattled, this cage of beliefs that you had around yourself and your worth. And it was just like shaking, 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 shaking to where you were like, wait a minute, this thing isn't even well put together. And you just like, oh, the door fell off. And you're like, why am I caging myself in here? And you're having this big movement and this transformation of how you feel about yourself, because you do feel like you're worthy of this now. Whereas before, I kind of felt like maybe, it's like here you felt trapped and restricted and small, and then you're like, nope, and then now you feel like this is what you deserve. So it's like you went from this to this, or this is where you're headed. And so the path that you're on takes you to this, from this to that. And so definitely on the right path. And it is this reflection about who you feel you are, excuse me, and what you feel you deserve. And I like it because freedom comes. So sorry. Thank you. So that's what they have for you, beautiful Princess Pinky. Many blessings. All right, Elpedia. And then Toby, you'll be up next. It says, hey, may I know what Madame Alicia current thoughts about you? Used to work as her kid's private tutor. Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. All right, all right. So, Seven of Cups, confusion, emotional confusion. And the Page of Swords does represent like new thoughts, new ways of looking at you. So I kind of feel like um, what happened, especially like when, um, it's like a private tutor, they have this mindset of who you were and what was allowed, what thoughts you're allowed to think about someone who's tutoring your children or whatever, right? And so you have this box you put someone in. And then when they're not in that box anymore, then it's like, okay, well, how am I allowed to think about them? And so I kind of feel like there's this mixed emotions and mixed thoughts and things that are going on there because there's also the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is, balancing heart and mind. And so things are going back and forth between, literally heart and mind. You've got the cups, which is the heart, and the sword, which is the mind. And the Knight of Pentacles is all about things moving ever so slowly. There's a lot going on in here and here, but not a whole lot happening on the outside. And I feel like it's because really needs to understand and clear up the confusion within their minds and her mind and what's going on. So that's what is happening right now. So thoughts, definitely there's thoughts because of the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. There's all this going on, but it's the heart and the mind, the heart and the mind, the heart and the mind. It's like they're they're not battling, they're just playing tennis with each other. The heart lobs the ball over to the court, the mind goes, yeah, but blah blah blah, and the heart goes, yeah, but da, da, and the mind goes, but, and like, yeah, but, well, I know, but, and it's like all this going on inside. So that's what's happening, Opedia. You might want to stay clear. She might explode. But yeah, so I think you know what all that means. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. All right, Toby, pull a card for you, just general. Absolutely. All right. And then Coco, Chords of Gratitude, you'll be up next. All right, let's take a look here, Toby. Just pull a card for you, just general. All right. So you got the Page of Wands. So fiery energy, of course. And the Page of Wands is, I feel like there's been, like the Ace of Wands would have been like a new passion, a new drive, a new thing that's coming. But the Page of Wands, I feel, is like um, a re-energized passion, or it's like a step up and an upgrade in a passion, a drive, something that has been going on in your life. It's like you're ready to take something to a new level. You're ready to, you know, move up, and I feel like you're like tired of waiting for whatever it is. So you're ready to take, your power, the Ace of Wands, into your own hands, and you're like, I'm ready to direct it. It's like the magician card in a way, but it's like a young magician who's like an apprentice who's getting ready to, I'm gonna try this, and here it goes. And I feel like you're ready to do it. And it's just takes a little extra nudge, a little extra fire for you to move on whatever this thing is, whatever's going on, whether it's a relationship or job, education, body, possessions, finances, something. You've just been holding back, and you're like, all right, they're showing me, was it Fantasia? Is that the one with Mickey Mouse where he was the little wizard's apprentice? It's like, be careful where you point that thing. And I feel like it's like, oh no, I don't want that to happen to me. And that's why you've been holding back. It's like, yeah, it's just a cartoon. Use your magic wand, make movement. Don't wait for something to come to you, make movement toward it. So that's what they have for you, Toby. So I like it. Many blessings. All right, chords. Yes, a nice coffee break. I love it. And it says, what does the universe say about your finances? Okay, let's take a look here. And then self-love, you'll be up next. All right. What else about chords, finances, please? Okay. All right. I like it. So you have the Empress, of course, so new birth, new things coming, but it's a change of direction. So I feel like your finances, I mean, you do have harvest, you do have abundance coming, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, but I feel it's because you take a different direction. You have the Five of Swords here, which the Five of Swords is about, how we can be very attached to our expectations, right? The swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our supposed tos, right? We have the small t truths of, well, this is like what I'm trained in, what my history is, the jobs that I've done before, all that stuff. It can be conflicting for us. But that five is this change of the mindsets, the change of expectations. And I feel like with especially with that three and that five of the Three of Wands, which is the change, that Five of Swords is like, yeah, I'm opening up to more because, you know, um, they always say like you win the battle, but you lose the war. And the battle of the mind, it's like you may, if you stick to your guns of like, this is how it has to be, then this doesn't happen, right? Because I really feel like opening up to maybe trying a job in something that you don't think that you would normally do, that it opens up something that you're just like, oh my god, I didn't think I was going to enjoy this much. It's like, wow, because of all of your experiences and stuff. And so I feel like this new birth comes, but it's about a change of path, a change of direction, that you thought this is what you wanted to do and what you're going to do, and you had these plans, but it's like letting go of some expectations, letting go of even location, or whatever it is, whatever you had your mind set on. It's like, let me just clear that, and let me see what is out there, and allow yourself to change where that is headed. But I like it. You have the Empress, which is all about new birth, and she's usually pregnant, which means that she's got all this wonderful, you know, uh, blessings coming. It's harvest. It's very positive for you. So that's what I see for you there. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Go, go. All right. Self love. What is coming towards you? Right. And creative arts, you will be up next. So let's take a look here. What is coming towards you, self love? Okay, let's see what we got here. Wow. Whatever it is, beautiful, beautiful. Victory, sunlight, shining bright. So this is definitely one of the most beneficial and successful, victorious cards in the entire deck. So, do we need to go on? No, I'm just kidding. It does bring you a very strong foundation in your outside world. The fours are like a huge table with four huge legs on it. So you do have the Four of Pentacles with some great stability that's coming in for you. So I like that. And you also have the King of Cups, which the King of Cups you can see, even though he's surrounded by all that wavy, emotional waves that are happening everywhere. He's calm, he's sitting, he's very confident, um, and peaceful as well. So you have this nice stability and this victory type of energy that's coming in. And, the king, he rolls over water, but he's also given air. So a wonderful balance between heart and mind that comes in here too. So I really like it. I feel like that's very bright. Um, Things are headed towards your way. So I really like it. I have no concerns with that whatsoever. So let me see if they can tell me anything specific about what it is that brings this in, or well, you got the emperor too. So the emperor, another four, very solid foundation. I feel like, excuse me, I'm getting all choked up. Um, the emperor card is about taking your your life into your hands, where you are the one that chooses to not be um, like moved around and told what your life is going to be and what it's supposed to be and this and that and this and that. You're just like, I'm the emperor. The example lately has been, rather than being told that you're going to be a stable hand and you have to, you know uh, throw manure all around. It's like, no, I'm the emperor. I get to decide what position I hold in my kingdom. No one's telling me what I'm going to do. And I feel like you stepping up and really sitting in that allows you to move forward in a lot of these areas and have that strong foundation and have that movement. So I like it a lot for you because I feel like you're standing up for yourself as well. So I like it. That's what they have for you, self love. Many blessings. All right, creative arts. You are up next. And then Fifi, you'll be up after that. So, creative arts, how does Jay, this new guy you met, feel about you? Okay. All right, let's take a look. Uh oh, uh oh. I'm just kidding. So far, normal stuff. Let's see, anything else? Okay. All right, anything else? All right. Excuse me. So, emotional confusion, of course, which makes sense. When you meet someone new, there's like all of these thoughts, all these emotions that are flying here. But it's good. I do show like this, like all of our relationships, all of our um, people that we come across are divine appointments. No one bumps into each other by accident. And it's like, oh, the universe, like, oh, whoops, wait, those two are gonna, oh, they weren't supposed to bump into each other. No, it's all designed, divine appointment. And that's what they're saying with this Wheel of Fortune, is that just know that they're in your life on purpose, for a purpose. And we'll soon see what that purpose is. But right now, with you wanting to know what they feel, there's this emotional confusion. They're just still trying to figure it out, which makes sense, right? There is this, you know, feeling of burdensome energy, and then also hope. And it's funny because it's like this would be emotional confusion. This would be like they're like, I feel like, and it's not, I don't feel like it's you that's putting this burdensome feel to it. I just feel like they have a lot of energy that they're investing in their lives. And it's like, I feel like you are one more of those, things that they have, and they don't, um, it's like they don't have this, a lot a ton of energy to invest in a lot of things, but they have hope. They're always, um, I don't want to say they're excitable, and I don't mean that like a, arousal way. I mean, they're just like they have so much energy, but they overextend it everywhere. Because that's what I was feeling like. It was like, yeah, and that's also Aquarius energy, which I know I'm an Aquarian. So I know that with that star card, it also is that they also put their emotions in canisters. And so you may not see the uh, expression of emotion happening, but it is happening inside. But there is the Sun card, which is about, we just had this victory, um, and um, Leo energy. Kind of feel like the inner child is also coming up here. So maybe if they are a sun sign, I mean, not a sun sign, a fire sign, because they got all this fire. And with that Leo energy, that would make sense with the wands, which is fire as well. So there's all this fire that's happening here. So I kind of feel like they are a very explosive individual. Um, and I would just let it simmer, because I feel with all that fire, with all that energy that they overextend, that they will burn out fast. Like if you move quickly, then it's like a bonfire in your fireplace where you throw gasoline on all the papers. It's like, and then there's nothing. And you're like, where did it all go? It's like, no, it's important to build, with the stack of all the logs and do the kindling and let it build up. And then the fire lasts. And I kind of feel like that's their advice coming in with it, that there's passion, there is this energy that comes in there, but um balance is the key. So that's what they have for you, creative arts. So interesting, but many blessings to you. All right, Fifi, you are up next. And then Strawberry Rose, oh, you're very welcome. Queen Bee, you will be up next after that. So general reading for you, Fifi. Let's see what they have. Let me just move down here so I see where I'm at. All right. So, what would you like Fifi to know, please? Wow. So, you do have the Four of Cups, and I feel like there is new love coming in. There's a new emotion coming in because it feels like you can see how bored he is here. Like the things that you've been having in your life, short lived, uh, as far as fulfillment. It's like, yeah, it was nice, but it kind of just fizzles out, or it just feels empty, right? And so you have this new passion that's bringing into your path here, which does bring, I mean, the sun card. I put them all back in separate places and shuffle. So that this came flying out again, um, is a very brightness. It's wonderful. That's what's coming your way here. So you do have this beautiful light that's going to be filling up your life. This victorious, the spark, that's going to be coming in. So it is good there. Now they do tell you to be patient with it, though. Temperance, patience card. It's taking time for the mix to be done here. This is like the universe doing alchemy of the love, right? Because there's the cup, that they will bring to you, but right now they're mixing it up. So just know that it's like the bread is in the oven baking, and they don't want to take it out too soon because it's going to be gross. So they want this fresh baked bread to give to you. And so just know that it is unfolding, this passion, this higher love, this newer emotion. It's going to be so worth it. It's just taking time for it. So it's worth the wait. I know. but that's what they have for you, Fifi. So I like that for you. All right. So Queen B, you will be up next. And hey, Jalen, we are doing well. And then let's see. Shivani, you will be up next after Queen B. So, Queen B, you want to know what are your XTJ feeling towards you? All right, let's take a look here. Anything else? Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. So, I feel with this card, the Ace of Pentacles, is there's so many new opportunities that are coming his way. Because he's got the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, not the Nine of Pentacles. He's got the Hermit card here, but also the Nine of Pentacles. So with this Ace of Pentacles, it's like he's on this inner journey. He's doing a lot of inner reflection and looking at his how he can be independent in within his own self. And I feel like that there's this, you know, I don't want to say it's not necessarily narcissistic because I feel like it's just he's totally turned inward, bordering narcissism, right? Where he's just like looking at how does everything impact me? What do I want in my life? And what da 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 blah, da 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 da. And he's like doing all this innerness because he also has the judgment card which normally is about a calling higher with the higher self, which can explain, the inward draw, because this is his higher self drawing him inward to do inner reflection. But I also feel like it's double endings and double new beginnings. And there's a lot of this change that's happening in his world where he's at this crossroads where he's thinking about a lot of things and feeling a lot of things and he's like making a lot of decisions in his life. So it's weird, but it's like he doesn't have feelings right now because he's all focused on himself, if that makes sense. It's like if there's any feelings about you, it's all in reflection about how he feels about himself. It's not like, "Oh, I wonder what she's doing or what's going on with it." It's like, "So when that happened, when she did this to me or that happened between us and it's all this that I feel from them right now." So I don't feel like they're, you know, definitely not like thinking about, "Oh, I want to be back together," type of emotions or anything like that. If that's what you were looking to, just to know what's going on with them, because he's all in here and in here and in here and all this. It's not even like pointing and three fingers pointing back at him. It's like he's all pointing back at himself right now. Um, so that's what they have for you. I know, interesting read, but I feel like that's what's going on with him right now. Who knows once he emerges from his hermit's internal journey, what will he have learned and grown through? But right now, that's where he be at. So that's what they have for you, Queen Bee. Many blessings. All right. So Shivani, you will be up next. And then, hey, SDA, you can definitely have a general reading. All right. So, Shivani, what does Vidit feel for you currently? All right, let's take a look here. All right. What else? All right. No, anything? Anything else? Anything? Bueller? All right. Well, so he's got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. And I really feel like with the 6 of Pentacles, they are really looking at what's fulfilling their life, and it's weird. So what's going on with these guys, right? They're all, like, looking at their own selves. Now, you also got the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups does represent emotion. So I like it that they do have emotions for you, but it's being overshadowed by a lot of this. It's like it's almost like it's in the background. Like this wish fulfillment, whoops, is like the big thing, and them about having enough to help other people and the outside world and this balance and da 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 da. Oh yeah, there's romance too, but I feel like it's in the back seat. And so, it is new emotion. It is emotions happening. So there's definitely something there. But again, it's like they're so consumed with what's going on in here that they're not, it's like it's in the back seat is what I'm feeling there. Anything else around any of that? And you got the strength card here. So I feel this is the message for you with spirit. It's like, yeah, while you're in this pausing period, waiting for, things for them to figure things out, this is your higher self and your human self and this interaction. And they're like, while you're in the waiting room, which I mentioned kind of earlier, whenever we're in that waiting period, it's about us doing our inner work, us looking inward and working on our self love. Because the more that we develop our own self love, the more we're able to receive love from others and love others. Because we cannot love others more than the extent we love ourselves. And we can't receive love back from others to the more than the extent we love ourselves. So if we have this much self love that we're currently experiencing, that's the drip, drip. But if we really open up our self-love and which we get with communicating and with our higher self and understanding who we really are and the love we're made out of, then that's the love we can give and receive in the physical world too. So I feel like love is in in their minds is in the back seat, and other things that have priority in the front seat. I'll get to you eventually, but they're focusing on these other things right now. So while you're waiting, you can work on that, as until they catch up. So that's what they have for you, Shivani. So many blessings for you. All right, SDA, you'll be up next. And then Leanne. And I don't know, Leanne, if you had a specific message or you just wanted general. So we will give you a general reading unless you throw something in the chat box down there. And SDA, I want to pull a Queen of the Moon Oracle card for you for your general reading. All right. So, SDA, what would Spirit like you to know? Okay, that is the one. You got La Resistance. I think, that's probably not what the card's about, but it is card number 25. Beautiful card. I like it. And it says, familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you, the overt and the covert. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will normally be an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. So move forward with confidence and persistence. The little mini affirmation for this is I flow through resistance and I am in control. There are two kinds of resistance. The first type we encounter when we keep getting obstacles placed in our way or our way is blocked. For example, we try to get a particular job in a particular field, but no matter what we do, it doesn't happen. This is external or overt resistance. Covert resistance, which occurs when we say we really want to do or complete something but feel resistance not to, is somewhat sneakier. All forms of procrastination fit in here. Writer's block being a classic example. When we want to do something but get distracted and don't do it, or we just can't seem to engage our will enough, that's covert resistance. When we want to get rid of a bad habit, an addiction, an old pattern, in fact, anything we're thinking of releasing for the dark moon, and feel resistance in doing so, we have a big dose of covert resistance. We must battle the second kind of resistance like we would battle a crafty and terrible enemy. We must raise our shields and sharpen our swords and have a strategy to remove the resistance. In fact, we must flow through it. It's a battle we might have to fight more than once, but we will be resilient and vigilant and fight it we will. For when we win, and we will win, the rewards are great. Why do we resist the things we say we want? Sometimes we don't really want those things. Most times, though, we're frightened about what might happen if we do get what we've asked for. What will people think? Will we lose our friends and family if we rise? Will it all be for nothing if we try and fail? But we must be willful and we must have courage. We must repeat to ourselves, this is what I really want for me. Yes, I am worth it. And then we stand up straight, put our crown of sovereignty on, put on our crown of sovereignty of our own lives and go to battle. I like it. And the companion stone for that is red jasper. So I like it. It's time. Yeah, a lot of resistance. It's time to stand up, move forward, and just move forward boldly. So I like that for you, SDA. So many blessings. All right, let me just see here, Leanne. What's coming your way? All right, thank you. So let's take a look here, Leanne, and what is coming your way. And so all right, they actually want to pull from the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle. So let's take a look here. What do you have for Leanne? Okay. It's like all these cards want to come flying out, but none of them. Okay, there it is. But none of them were standing up. Wow. So you have Ancestral Wisdom. Beautiful card coming in here. So let's see what the ancestors want you to know that's coming your way. Let's see. It says ancestral wisdom comes from your inner self. It's that knowing without any idea of where it comes from. Ancestral wisdom is cellular memory that is stored in your body, bringing forth memories from times long ago. And ancestral wisdom is the purest form of self. It remembers your past life experiences and forces you to instinctively trust information with blind faith. It is actual capital T truth. And it says wisdom is passed from generation to generation and from one life to the next. And although this knowledge may not always be easily remembered in this life, these memories can be accessed if you choose. You often know things before they happen and do things without knowing why, but it all works out like you've been doing it forever. Learn to recognize this and begin to trust in yourself and allow this instinctual knowledge to flow freely. Learn to work with your intuitive energies and trust the messages and feelings that come so easily to you. It just takes a little practice of quiet time and meditation to hear the messages of your ancestral wisdom. The key is to trust in these messages. Wow. So you definitely are going to be having messages come. and they have been coming. And so I really like that because they're basically telling you it's time to really trust that intuition, trust that abilities that you have, trust the messages you get, and start really paying attention to them, seeing which voice in your head is the one that comes true. That's how we whittle down and learn to trust our the whispers. That's what I had to do. I had so many thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were in my head, all telling me the shoulds and whatever, and then spirit. And eventually only one was always right, and that was spirit. All the other ones were like, oh, that didn't turn out like I thought it would, or this, all these thoughts and stuff. And so you learn to identify which voice that is, and that's helps you with that. So I'm excited for you. So that's what's coming your way, is this beautiful communication from the spirit world, which is your ancestors, but also all of your loved ones on the other side, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your angels, and whatever else you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. That they are there for you. So I'm excited as this expands for you, Leanne. So let us know. What are you hearing right now? Tell us. All right. So that's what they have for you for right now, Leanne. So many blessings. All right. And VD, hello, hello. So you will be up next. And then, hey, J. Marie, Phoenix, you will be up after that. All right. So let's take a look here. Does HT the Capricorn have feelings for you, and how does he view you? All right, let's take a look here. Let's take a quick sip here. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you've given me on the video. I know it seems like a very small thing, but it impacts the YouTube algorithms in amazing ways. So thank you guys for all who have given the video a thumbs up. Much appreciated. All right. So HT. All right. Well, what's this? Oh. Well, the only card that came out, and I was like, any more? And they're like, look at the one that fell out first. And I'm like, oh, it's the Tower card, which this is about people who are moved out of our lives, or things that are moved out of our lives, to make space for new things to come in. So people don't leave our lives. People are moved out of our path. Jobs we don't lose. They're moved out of our path. So I feel like they're saying, like, this one's not for you. The whatever um interactions that you guys have had, that's basically has brought you the information you need for right now. Let me see, what is it making space for? Okay, thank you. Yeah, so it's really making space here for, I feel like this is you, though. This is you really taking command in your life and finding this beautiful sense of worth from within. You're never alone. You always have spirit here. But I feel like the space, like, they need to be moved out of your path so you can see your true power, and that you can see how you can find your worth within yourself without the need of anyone else. And so I feel like this is the journey that they have on uh on tap for you right now. Okay, what's this? Yeah. And there's balance and patience. So just know that things are in the mix, things are unfolding for you, but this path that it leads you on here is to your crownship there, right? To where you um have this. And I love here too. I mean, look at all the crowns that are in here. This crown is being blasted off this tower because it's like, no, these don't have control over you. You're the emperor of your life, and you do uh, go on this path to find your power and to find that abundance. And then you don't have to share it with anyone else. You don't have to be afraid that someone's going to take it away, because you found it within yourself instead. So that's what they have for you right now. I don't feel like um, that it's meant for you, I feel like they're going to be removed out of your life, um, for you, though. So I know it's like, what? How can that be for me? But we never know until probably when we're on the other side and we look back and they're like, see, if you'd have gotten together with them, look what would have happened. And you're like, whoosh, woo, I dodged that bullet, or that it would have limited you and you wouldn't have moved in the direction that you're going to be heading. That's so much for you, so much more for you and your path. So that's what they have for you, BD. So many blessings for you. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so there we go, J. Marie. So let's take a look here. And we'll take a look at that. And then Aditi, hello, hello. You will be up next. So, what will Brandon's actions be towards you in love in the near future? All right. So let's take a look here, Jessica. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. So they want that one and that one and that one. Any others? That one and those two. All right. Let's take a look here. What do we got going on here? All right. So we do have here, well, first of all, we have the Eight of Cups, which is leaving behind old emotions that are no longer serving. And I feel like this is what's going on inside Brandon. And then we have three other cards here in just a sec. So I feel like they're really taking charge of their life here with the Emperor card coming in, and they're leaving behind these emotions that are no longer serving them, and they're moving up, and this is a change in commitment. So I feel like they are leaving behind some old pains and some old, the old baggage, and they're moving up. The Eight of Cups, they are normally moving in the direction of the Nine of Cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So I really feel like with these cards coming in, he's really taking charge. He's really moving in the direction of no longer living in the past, no longer allowing things. And they're showing me like they're on a ship, and they're like, whoa, whoa, and they're getting thrown all over the place on a rocky ship. But they're showing me he develops his sea legs, and then he goes up and he's able to get a hold of this is like an old time ship, and he gets a hold of the wheel that was out of control, and he's grabbing it and he's turning, you know um in a way that it's not rocky anymore, and it's more smoother sailing. So he's really grabbing a hold of it and turning the ship in the direction that's not so unstable, which I like, because you have the Hanged Man, which it's like he's been in this holding pattern, right? But new emotions are coming in, and the Two of Cups, which is all about the two of you, right? So I really feel that there is love in the future. It's just a matter of, you know, he's been taking his time, getting everything in order, and it's always that patience card that's always the the fun one to get when we're getting with our lives, because it's like, I want it all now, I'm tired of waiting. But it's worth the wait, because he is figuring things out. It's going to be such a better thing to happen. So I feel like that there will be movement upward in commitment, and and love, near future, maybe a little longer than near future. But that, because that Hanged Man can mean, if it's been a long time, it can mean movement. But I feel like what he's doing is so important that he's taking his time to make sure it's not just something that's easily swayed. He's really building a foundation to move forward. with his inner love. So I know, but that's what they have for you right now, Jessica. So many blessings for you. All right. So, Aditi, you will be up next with what is coming towards you. Hey, Chatenois, I am doing very well, thank you. And Mira, welcome, new subscriber. So, actually, you will be up next after Aditi. So, what's coming towards you? Right. What would you like Aditi to know, please? Anything else? Okay. Wow. Very nice. So you've got this power coming in here, Aditi. So you really are. Here's the Ace of Wands, and here's the Ace of Wands, the King of the Wands, so the magician who's kind of like the father of the king, or the cousin. This is the most powerful of the wands energy because they are bringing that energy down. This is like your higher self, and this also represents the higher self here. So everything they need, that is, you have everything you need in your life, that is to make your dreams come true. You have all this power, all this fire that's coming in. So you are getting this sense of empowerment, this sense of not waiting for things to come to you, right? The magician card, this divine masculine energy, is about you moving forward, you getting things done, not waiting for things to come to you. And so I love this because it's like you're manifesting things in your life. But then you have the temperance card, which is all right. This is about you balancing back and forth and doing the work. It's just, it's all about balance and patience as this unfolds here for the future. But you are really taking your life by the horns in a way and making things happen. It's no longer this, just waiting for other people to make decisions for you or to arrange things for you. It's like, um, and you probably were put in that position, but this is like you are going, no, I'm going to take an active role in deciding my life and what I want to do and where I want to head, and all that type of stuff, because it's there's so much power with those two cards that's coming in there. But they're like, it's balancing it. It's not like you have a rebellion and overthrow everything and go, I am in control. It's like you ease your way in with it, because I feel like the people you're surrounded with would freak out if you just bolted forward and took control of everything. But you just slowly, it's like you're slowly cooking the frog in the pot by slowly turning up the involvement and taking over. Before they know it, they're like, wow, she's really just standing up and doing things. They didn't realize it because it was happening in such a nice, patient, and balanced, tempered way. So I like it for you, Didi. So many blessings for you. That's what they have for you. All right, Mira, thank you for being a new subscriber. And thank you guys so much for subscribing. I did hit over 900 over the weekend. So I'm so close to getting to that 1,000 where I'll be giving away 10 1-hour personal readings. So if you've already subscribed, my heart thanks you so much. Tell more friends. Let's get over that 1,000, and then I'll have a big drawing and give away 10 free 1-hour readings. So I'm excited. All right. So Mira, you want to know who you will end up marrying and how he will be as a person and more. Well, let's take a look here and see what spirit would have for you to know about your, okay, evidently there's some information that they do want to give you. So let's see, anything else? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so they do tell you that you will be married. The Four of Wands is the celebration, the joy. So they're like, yes, so you will be married. You got all this wands energy, all this fire energy. So they do tell you that. they're also letting you know that there's a lot of energy that you are investing in this, uh, you know, um, like pursuit of marriage, right? So the pursuit of this, behind all of this is all of this. They'll talk about this one first because this is the blocks. The block that's keeping you from moving forward and head in this direction is um, your power here. So this Ace of Wands is normally there blocking the path, blocking the way. And you can see how they have a head injury, which means they've been bumping up against this wall over and over and over again, right? And but it shows that you are understanding your power, you're understanding your energy in regards to it, because the 10 of wands here represents this all this burden that you've been feeling around marriage and um, where it will be, how it will unfold, and all of that. But you are ready to put this down. The 10 is endings and new beginnings. So you're realizing that all this energy that you've been putting into the how and the supposed to and the should and the need to has given you a lot of exhaustion. Because they also have, don't worry, this is not who you'll be marrying, but this is the Saturn energy. This is the one that brings in the rattling of your cage to help you understand what is making you feel bound and trapped, and it takes so much of this energy that comes in because that's what Saturn energy does. It, like, you have all these beliefs around romance and relationship and courting and dating and who people are supposed to be and how it's all, I mean, so much that's there, obviously, because of this 10 of wands. There's so much that's invested that Saturn came in to go, okay, we need to give Mira some relief. So it's like shake, 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 and rattles your cage to have you question these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, because it will set you free. Because if you have too many expectations around all of it, the road is very, very narrow, that things have to happen. And it's hard for that to happen because there's all these possibilities out here. But if it keeps it too small and too caged, it wouldn't happen. And so for you, the Saturn energy, your shadow comes in and goes rattle, 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 rattle. So you can start questioning some of these beliefs to open things up, because that is how you meet the individuals that are meant for you as far as like marriage and partnerships. You also have the strength card that comes in, and the strength card is about you. This is your human that's hungry for marriage, and this is your higher self. Because of the infinity symbol there, this is your higher self that comes down to help you with understanding that. So, as you're doing this inner search and trying to understand what it is and why it is that you feel certain ways, that this connection, this realization of the love and the inner journey is what helps you with all of that. So they wanted to tell you all of that because that is going to change so much of what you're looking for and how you're looking for it. And it's like um, not enjoying the journey and the process. It's like focused on the outcome instead of enjoying the meeting of someone, and um, try not to have expectations rise so that you can really focus on loving them for who they are, and appreciating who they are, instead of having the expectations take the wind out of the sail. Instead, it's like enjoying the journey and the process. So can you tell us anything about who this person might be, just to give her some hope and some is it worth going through all this? What is this person going to be like? Yeah. So it definitely is a love unlike anything that you ever had before. So it's a very stable, higher love that had there. and he has the justice card here, which the justice card is someone who has a very balanced life, and they're very knowledgeable. So this could also be kind of like someone that maybe has a lot of air in their chart or an air sign because they are very connected to the mental side, the brain. So they're intelligent, um, and I don't feel like they'll be in the justice system there. But they've also accomplished, a lot in life. Like, there's this competitiveness in this card, but the 5 has transformed where, whatever field they're in, whatever type of life they had, that it's not, like they haven't been intimidated by it. I feel like they've really been at the top of their field and that they haven't had to invest a whole lot, um, in moving to uh, higher positions and accomplishing awards and degrees and things like that. Just they're so intelligent that they haven't had to deal with that type of thing. Um, but let me see, anything else about them at all? But I feel like they're just very smart, very smart. Yeah, and got the judgment card here too. So I feel like self-aware a lot too, and even into some spirituality, because this is their higher self calling them to a higher place. But I kind of feel like with the two X's, with the double endings and double new beginnings, they did have a lot of significant endings in their life that I kind of feel like they grew up fast when they were younger because of things that happened. So they're very self-sufficient and strong too. So that's what they have for you right now. I kind of feel like they don't want to give me too much information because they want you to look and review those things we talked about to free up. Because I feel like if they told you more about who the person was right now with the expectations being like this, it's like they're out here and you would be like, I don't think so. But the more you let go, it's the more this individual comes into the peripherals and comes into scope for you. So that's what they have for you, Mira. So welcome, welcome. Many blessings to you. All right. Angelina, you are up next. So let's take a look here. How will your 2023 be? All right. Hey, Spring. Sorry I missed you if you came and went. Psh. All right. And then Christine, you will be up next. All right. All right. So let's take a look here. Angelina. How is your 2023 going to be, Angelina? All right. What else? Okay. Anything else? All right. Well, it's definitely going to fly by. This is a lot of fast movement, a lot of movement happening in your life. And you also have the Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of movement of your energy and movement just in your life. And a lot about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets too, especially because you got the Five of Swords here, which is a conflict that you had before around like conflicting expectations with other people, right? About the supposed do's and the shoulds and the need tos. You really are moving beyond that, where, um, like before, maybe you were really good at showing that you are right and they are wrong, and you won battles, but you lost wars, and you'd lose maybe some friendships over it or something, you know, or like that, like family members, or the relationship wasn't as close as it would have been. but I feel like you are making this movement up in how you look at things and how you perceive things, and you make a lot of change and a lot of movement that happens. Because you do have, I mean, what a great, you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is endings and new beginnings, but powerful, um, great things that happen in your life. And the King of Wands here shows you that you are really stepping into your power next year as well. The little salamander protects you from a lot of risk, and you have this wonderful things that unfold. And I do really love that because what a great change of things with that Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Wands, because you also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about you finding this wholeness and this completeness within, like your abundance is not connected to anyone else. You get to find this within. So all of this wonderful, energy that unfolds here for you. So I feel like it's a very bright new year. um, I feel like those 3 things happen, like, in the last half of the year and maybe, like, the end of, like, April, May-ish, like, if you're looking at a year. And all this, changing in these thoughts and stuff, I really feel happen in that first, from now until like January, February, March, April, you're really looking at how you're approaching things, your thoughts and expectations and those types of things. And you have that lot of that movement come in. But I really like it for you. You really are um, stepping into your power next year. And it shows, especially the fruit starts to bear, May, June, and the remainder of the year. So you really start to see the benefits of this change of thought and approach, and um, gaining back that, your power. It really unfolds things as well. So I that's what they have for you so far for Angelina. So many blessings for you there. All right. So let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, Christine. Now, um, yeah, I don't work in necessarily spells, but there is a hedge of love, um, which can also work in a way like a hedge of protection. So yeah, if you follow what intuitive enlightenment, yeah, we can look into doing that energy, because that a hedge is, it's like I put this big bubble of love around them, and whatever is around them, I we give them an opportunity to convert to light, or they have to step outside of that. And so it's on my website as well. And I mean, I have warnings on there too, because I've had where like someone was having a difficult time with their boss, and when I created the hedge, their boss got fired because the boss didn't change. And so it's the energy. It's not necessarily spells, because we allow the love energy to do what is meant for the situation. So definitely, Christine, if you reach out to my email, or if you're on Instagram, if you go to that, like Intuitive Enlightenment said, if you go to the About Me, my Instagram handles on there, and you can DM me over there as well. So my heart goes out to you, and I know it's a difficult situation, definitely there. So we can definitely look and see what we're able to do with that. All right. So much love to you, Christine. Hang in there. All right. All right. So, Amy Hunter, you are up next, and you'd like a free reading. And, Amy, do you have like a specific question, or just want a general reading? Well, Spirit knows what you want. I'll do a general reading and Spirit will answer you, of course. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look here and then I'll see who's next down further. So what would you like Amy to know right now? Okay. Yes. Let's see what we got going on here. Well, you do have this can represent love coming in, but because it came up next to the chariot card, these are both this is emotional choice and this is just emotional and power of choice that comes in here. So you definitely are in a place in your life where there's choices that are coming to be made. And spirit wants you to know that, within each moment that we have the ability to choose what emotion we want to feel as we go through anything, even though we have popular opinions that we were given when we were younger. And then we also have the power to choose what, um, story we put around whatever is unfolding in our lives. So I really feel like they're like, you're at these choice points in your life, and that sometimes it doesn't feel like we're making a choice because of how conditioned we all are when we're younger about when this happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. And when that happens, this is what we're supposed to feel. But it's habits that we were taught, conditioning that we had to where it's like we feel like we're out of control in our lives a lot of times because we feel like we don't know what's coming next, and there's so many defined stories and emotions around every single little thing that whatever comes we feel like we have to feel that way and think that way. But there's this power coming in for you because you have the 9 of wands, which is you realizing your power and that any blocks that have happened are because of our own energy and that you hold the power. And I know it's like I like that they have they've been bouncing their head up against a brick wall or this thing, and you're getting in your power here where you're able to move it aside, and then you can step through these blocks. You can step through and go places you haven't gotten before because of this. And you have the ace of cups that's coming in, so you definitely have new emotion, new power, emotional power that's coming in, that does also open new opportunities coming in the outside world. So this power that you're getting back, this understanding of your choice and what you're able to uh, change with your energy in your life, just really opens up doors in the outside world, but it also opens up your heart and gives you this from the inside. You have the Hierophant too, which I feel like, with the 5, it is about change. And this is about change of commitment and change of your spiritual rules and, a rising up and a movement up in your life too. And I feel like, if you look at this, symbol that he's making with his hand, if I can make it, whoa, sorry, that's very bright. There you go. See how he has 2 fingers up and 2 fingers down, kind of like I can't do it without doing it like this. This is the known and this is the unknown. And so this journey that you're on here is allowing you to really understand your power and the choices that you can make, and you don't feel so restricted on what choices you feel you have to make in your life. You get to choose differently, and you can change your habit on how you're looking at things and feeling about things. And so I really feel like there's this wonderful, wonderful energy that is coming in for you. So whatever you were looking for a reading, I feel like whatever is coming your way, you're so much more powerful than you have been taught to believe. And there's going to be some great, great things that are coming here, because that chariot card also is about victory. It's also about movement. and it's because of your change of your power of choice that is coming up for you. So I like it for you, Amy. That's what they have for you right now. All right. Hey, Raul. Rahul Suri. I'm probably mispronouncing that. My apologies. Right. And Rashmi. So healing your heart chakra. So it's not, we're able to work on that because I do energy work, but for this live free, it's not really geared toward that. But reach out to me via my email, and let's work on that outside of this uh, realm here, if that's cool. All right. So let's take a look here. You guys are funny. Thank you for your patience as I just read down here. I want to make sure I'm not skimming past anyone. All right. So, Vrinda, you are up next here. So, let's take a look. So, whatever was it already destined? Let's take a look here. Well, you got the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is kind of like the high priestess in a way because it is about your intuition, your gut, your connection to the spirit world as well. And the Page of Pentacles does show about new things opening up in the outside world. And then you also have the Six of Wands, which is like recognition for you. And I feel like when you're asking whatever this thing that happened to you, was it already destined? There's a lot of fated events that happen in our lives, and it's on purpose for a purpose, and it's for us, not to us, not, so it whatever our higher self chose for us to experience, wanted to experience life through this being that we are, and so there's a lot of fated events that unfold, and within each though we always have, like we were just talking about with the power to choose. We always get to choose what story we put to it, and we always get to choose what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. And I feel like with this Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, that this such an opportunity for you in your life now to really dive into your emotions and make these changes in the outside world that you wouldn't have been able before. And the Six of Wands is like spirit really recognizing how you have overcome every single thing that has happened in your life up to this point, and that they recognize the strength that you have to have had, and that we just coming down as a human is such a huge brave thing to do in the eyes of the spirit world. They're like, yeah, to go down there and be veiled from who you really are and the powerful being you really are, to be able to experience what it feels like to be broken and small and all these emotions that are related to fear. They're like, wow, they respect it so much. But that you have survived, and not only survived but thrived through everything that you've ever gone through in life is huge, because you wouldn't be here right now if you hadn't. And so I feel like they're really having you look into this, the Queen of Cups is really into your deep emotions, into understanding who you are and the emotional experiences you had really open up your outside world for new things. In fact, they're reminding me of something I saw on social media earlier today, and I don't remember it exactly word for word, but it was basically that everything that you have gone through in your life adds pages to survival guides for other people that will come across your path, and that you're able to do so much for so many other people because of what you have gone through and because of what you wanted to experience. You're able to help so many other people that will also go through similar things, and that you have this power and this knowledge that will be, able to be uh, used to help other people in such big ways. So, um, the experience was destined, and what you do with it is within your power, in so many different ways. There's a wide range of what you're able to do with it. And so just know that you are seen, you are applauded, and so appreciated from the high realms who got to see everything and feel everything that you've went through and all the decisions that you've made from going through it. And that's what they want you to know right now, Brenda. So many blessings to you, and hang in there. All right. All right, everybody. I have been at this for over 2 hours, and I know I keep looking here and let's see how many we have. Yeah, we still got several more to go. And but my energy is waning, and I definitely recharge the battery. Thanks, Intuitive. Yeah. So, but the good news is I will be back tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. The earlier you get into the chat then and put your question, the more likely within the 2 hours or so I'm able to get to them. But if you need something tonight, I do have several playlists of pre-recorded messages from Spirit, like weekly energy updates, monthly readings, pick a cards, even. So if you check out my main page, all the playlists are there. Follow your heart, and Spirit will guide you to where your answers are in there. And just my heart goes out to all of you. I wish I could answer all of the questions, but the list gets long, and the battery goes dead. So I so appreciate all of you have given the video a thumbs up. It does help out the channel, helps the messages of love and Zen peace get out to more people. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And if you guys do need I also give personal readings, which all that information is in the description box of the video too. So if you ever are like, I can't ever get into the free ones, it's a small cost for personal recorded readings. There's even a sliding price scale on those. So if it gets down to that, that's another option too. Just a lot of options out there. So please know that my heart goes out to you, and that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So intuitive enlightenment, thank you so much for helping out everyone. And thank you all so much for being here and sharing your love and your light. And we'll be talking soon. So in the meantime, you guys hang in there. Take care of yourself. Have a great night or a great day wherever you're at in the world. You guys take care. Good night.